Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is a prophetic word from the Lord. As always, anytime you hear a word from anyone, including myself, always take it back to the Lord to see if that word is in fact for you. So, the title of this video is You Are the Missing Piece in Their Life. Your future husband is on the way. You are the missing piece in their life. Your future husband is on the way. So, a few days ago, the Lord gave me a vision, and it was of this man. He was in a boat and he was doing his best to pedal, moving along at a slow pace, but he was doing his best to pedal and he was on his way to his future wife. And so the Lord extended this long rope to this man to help him on his journey to get to his wife. And so, what the Lord was showing me with this is that many of you guys who are currently in your season of marriage and you may know who your spouse is or you may not, the Lord is doing something different with men. And I've talked about this before where you're going to see a rise of men when it comes to them claiming their wives. Okay, so the Lord was helping this man along. Okay. And so the Lord was showing me it is going to take the strength of God, but He is going to be helping your spouse to get back to you. Many of these spouses, they're not going to be able to come back in their own strength. And this is why I've been telling you guys to make sure that you are praying that your spouse is not only returning back to you, but first and foremost, they are returning back to the Lord because it's going to take the strength of God to get them back to you. But this man, he was pedaling along in a slow pace. And it was because the water, he didn't have his full strength. It was a lot to pedal through that water. And so this is why the Lord was extending that rope to him to be able to help him along the way to get to his wife. Okay. And so the next thing that the Lord showed me, he showed me someone holding a rifle. Now, this is the Lord protecting your future marriage. As we know, the enemy completely hates anything that has anything to do with marriage. He does not want these marriages to come together, but the Lord is letting you know your marriage is protected. Okay, because it was ordained by him. So your marriage is protected. Okay, and so after that, I seen a couple dancing, celebrating, and enjoying themselves. So the Lord is saying you don't have to worry about what the enemy is trying to throw your way, what the enemy is trying to throw in front of your spouse, or even in front of your marriage when it comes together. Because again, the Lord is protecting what He has ordained and put in place. Okay. And so, when the attacks of the enemy comes, you have to be able to stand strong. You are more powerful than the enemy. So I want you to know that this marriage is coming together. And sometimes you have to let the enemy know that, my marriage is coming together. I will marry a man of God. My husband, my kingdom husband, my God ordained husband, this will be a man of honor, a man of valor, a man of the Lord that will stand upright, who will be a righteous and a good man. Okay, we have to begin to put the enemy in his place. Okay, and so there may even be people that are going to try to come up against this union even before it happens. It's probably already happening with friends, family members. Maybe they know that you are going to be with this certain person. Maybe you have mentioned something to them. Sometimes people can just see things, especially when they are working through divination and all these different things. But the Lord wants you to know, anybody that is trying to come up against what God has put in place, which is this marriage, they are going to have to deal with him firsthand. Firsthand. And so the next vision that the Lord showed me, he showed me a tube of chapstick. A tube of chapstick. The Lord is so funny. So, one of the things about me, I cannot go anywhere without chapstick. I probably got a good 10 tubes of chapstick. I'm going to keep my lips moist. Okay. And so, if anybody knows anything about chapstick, it protects your lips against the cold and all these different things. So this is the Lord showing once again, he has his protection upon your marriage. You are protected. Your union is protected. Okay. So there is nothing that you have to worry about. But this is so funny when the Lord showed me this. So the next thing that the Lord showed me, he showed me a desk and a lamp. Okay. And he also showed me a toothbrush. So this is the Lord saying, because you have been faithful in my work that I have assigned to you, I am about to clean up the mess around your life. I am about to deliver your marriage promise. So, many of you guys, you probably have had some type of turmoil that have came with this journey, especially if you know your spouse. And it may have been, painful things that you didn't want to deal with, things that have caused you to say, I don't even want this anymore. I don't want this person anymore. The Lord is about to clean all of this up because you have been faithful in few things, in the small things. He's about to clean all of this up. And the Lord said, I am the Lord and I will show you. So the Lord is about to show you exactly what he's about to do when it comes to these marriage promises. So the next vision that the Lord showed me, he showed me a vision of a bed, and this was a very comfortable bed. It was freshly made up. It looked like the linen and the pillows were just very soft and comfortable. And like I said, it was made up, but half of the bed, it was the linen was pulled back, the blanket was pulled back. So you know how like somebody make up their bed and they may pull one side half back where it's slanted just to make the bed look, nicely designed but made up. And so this is the Lord saying to rest in me, rest in the Lord because it is already done. It is already done. So you don't have to worry about how this marriage is going to come together. It has already been planned out by the Lord. And what has been done in heaven shall be done on earth. Okay. And so the next vision that the Lord gave me, he gave me a vision of a man holding a small pot of fire. And this man was dressed in a tuxedo. And in the other hand, he was holding flowers. The Lord is saying that your husband will be a man of God. The man that is coming, he will be a true man of God and he will love God and he will love you. Okay. He will be on fire for God and he is going to be on fire for you. So, you know how there are some men, they go to church just because, their wives go to church, but they're not really into the church like that. They're not really into God like that. They're just going along just to play along, however they say that saying, and how they just go to church just to say that they have this life, but they're not really living for God. Your husband is going to be a true man of God and he's going to do the work of the Lord. And then on the other side of that, there are couples, that are married. They are just existing. They don't really have a true love for each other. Many couples that are, that's living in the world, and even that may be in the church, and they say that they have a spiritual relationship with God. They are truly living for God. A lot of these couples, they are not in love with each other. They don't desire each other. They are just tolerating each other because they feel like it's the right thing to do. Many of these couples, they are putting on a front. So the Lord is showing you this is going to be a totally different situation when you come together with your husband. Again, they're going to be a true man of God, really living for God, knowing and teaching the word of God, helping save people, walking in purpose, all the things that God has called them to do. They are going to do it just like you. They're going to be walking by your side, and you guys are going to really be living for the Lord together and doing the Lord's work. But not only that, like I said, they're going to be on fire for you. So there is going to be romance. People are going to know that your husband loved you, that your husband desire you. This is going to be a love like you have not seen before. You may see it, but you don't see it very often. And so God is raising up many men to come together with their wives to show the world and even to show the church what a marriage is supposed to be like when it comes to really covering each other, supporting each other, being there for each other, having romance and a real relationship and marriage with each other. This is going to be different, guys. So I want you to get prepared for this. Get prepared because this is what you have been praying for. And the Lord is saying He's getting ready to do it for you. He is getting ready to do it for you. This is going to be a love like you have never experienced it before. And so, if you know who your spouse is, just believe that God can do it because it's not going to be you, it's not going to be your tears. It's going to be the Lord that is doing the work in this man. Okay. And for those of you guys that don't know who your spouse is, again, this is going to be a love like you have never, ever experienced. Okay. It's going to be different. All the men that you have dated in the past that have hurt you, that have torn you down, that didn't want to commit to you, that did all these different things, that is because when you meet your husband, you are going to know that this person is coming directly from the Lord. All those men before, they came from the enemy. Okay. And once again, if you know who your spouse is and you guys have been through things, when this man comes back, he's going to come back in a different way. And he's only going to come back in a different way because God wants you to know it was God that did this work in him. Okay. Now, once again, not coming back perfect. And there will be things that they have to work on, but this is going to be the Lord working on this man, okay, and working through this man. Okay, so the next vision that the Lord gave me, He gave me a vision of an outdoor winter scene where there was snow. And there was train tracks in this scene, okay? And so this is the Lord showing you that life has been cold without you, whether you know your spouse or not. Life has been cold for them without you. Okay. For some of them, life has been like their lives have has been like a train wreck. Okay. And so once they come together and start living for the Lord, a lot of the stuff is going to change. They're going to get healed and delivered in a lot of different areas in their lives because they are walking with the Lord. But even more so, like I said, life has been cold without you. Okay. There was something special about you. You were the missing piece. You are the missing piece. And out of everything that this man has been through, they've been trying to figure out life on their own and they could not. And they realize that you have been the missing piece in the puzzle, the missing piece in their life. And so I want you guys just to get prepared for what God is about to do. God is a faithful God. I know many of you guys, you've been, this journey, it hasn't been easy for any of us, okay? It has not been easy. The enemy is constantly trying to throw things our way to make us feel like, this isn't going to happen, that we shouldn't be standing for this person. We shouldn't be believing. We should get out there and date again. Even though God has already told us that He has a marriage promise for us, I want you to keep standing and believing no matter how hard it has been, because the Lord is saying to you that this marriage is coming to pass, and He's going to show you that you are the missing piece in this man's life. Outside of God, you are the missing piece in this man's life, and your future husband is on the way. So that is it. That is all, guys. I hope that this was an encouragement to someone. Again, please take it back to the Lord to see if this word is for you. Also, don't forget to join our Facebook group. I created this Facebook group for all my subscribers, okay? So there could be a community where we could just go and talk about different things that we're dealing with this journey. And so we could have this community where we would come together and just support one another. So you can find the link down in the description of this video. You can feel free to post um, about whatever you may be dealing with in your life, whether it's about your kingdom spouse or your God ordained spouse journey, your marriage journey. If you have questions about anything, you can put it all in this Facebook group. We are building a community, so please support the community and sign up. Also, if you are on your marriage journey and you have just specific questions, you need someone to talk to, okay, about what you may be dealing with, I offer coaching sessions. You can find that link down in the description if you decide that you would like to sign up for a coaching session. Also, if you desire to write a book, I have a book course that you can take at your leisure. It is time for you guys to start walking in purpose. If you desire to become an author, you can find that link as well down in the description below. So that is all, guys. This is your girl, Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.